But let's talk about what happened to me last year and all the depression and stuff. A lot had to do with what my leadership said to me about that other Marine in California who committed that heinous act of killing 11 people in a bar, and put that on me. And I was talking to a buddy from that school, and he's talking about that's not my leadership anymore, and he's right. They don't lead me, but they lead others. They lead the kids, they lead the teachers, they lead the community. So they're still leaders. They may not be my leader in Central, but they're still leaders. And leaders with that mindset who accuse somebody of something that they didn't do, to me, does not mean good leadership. And a leader who tells kids that when kids do something wrong, that they try to teach them to apologize to that kid that they harmed or hurt or somehow maybe bullied, and go and apologize to them. And that's what we used to teach. And the thing is that that's what I've been trying to get the leadership to do to me, is apologize. That's it. Because, if you're a good leader, you lead by example. Just like when I tackled that kid, which, I thought it was a joke, but, he ended up hurting his elbow. I held his weight, he went to the ground, he landed his elbow on ice, and, things happen. I was sorry for it, but, I had to apologize to it. I got written up, of course, that's, procedural. But that didn't apologize to the kid, now did it? No, it did not. So I went to the kid and I told him, I said, listen, just like when you guys do something wrong, I have you do push-ups, sit-ups, and I did something wrong to you, so you get to be me. And, I said, you decide my punishment. At first he said 25 push-ups, and I said, okay, I can do that easy, no big deal. And I couldn't make it out to the recess that day, and I came up to him at lunch, and I said, listen, bud, I'll be out there for sure tomorrow, okay? Just, whatever you have in mind, get it done. I'll do it. Well, needless to say, as I explained in the suicide letter, he decided on having me run from the basketball court to the fence by the end of the parking lot. And that's like a 200-meter run. And he had me do it 3 times in succession. And I'm about as fast as I am now, So, at that time I wasn't running and practicing like I have been these last few weeks. And it just killed me, that run. I was dying because I couldn't quit. If I quit, that would have told every other student that they could quit in the middle of their punishment, whatever I gave them. And then that there would be no validity to it either. And if I quit, what would that look like? What would it look like their leader for discipline and everything else, leadership and being friends? If you're a friend, you hold yourself accountable to what they want. He wanted me to do 3 laps, I did a mistake and I need to pay for it. And I did it. And I got done. When I got done, I was like, dude, that was a good choice, dude. I will never, ever tackle you again. And I'm true. I'll never forget it. But the thing is that it gets good leadership. And I don't care what people say or think or want. What they did to me is bullying. They didn't like Marines. She doesn't like the flag. She doesn't like the military. So they had to pound one more thing on top of me to make me feel like shit. To make me feel unworthy. To make me hate myself, to want to kill myself because they thought I would do something to the school. That's not leadership. And all I ask is for people to sit there and tell them, be a good leader. Apologize. But they can't do it. And that whole thing that they led helped, like I said before, it wasn't the total, but it was definitely something that took the legs out from under me and put me down in that hole for sure. Okay? Sure, there were a lot of other things too, and I keep saying that, but that definitely is one of those things that put me down in there. And you have to be accountable for that, because you have no idea. Heck, I could have been a pissed off person and done something really stupid, but I wasn't. I love the school. I love the school. I love the students. I love the teachers. I love the staff. I mean, the community, everybody. But you know, I can't get one person to call the principal up or the HR Ryan and lend their voice to help me go forward. Because you know what? That hurt. You know, the guy I was talking to, he's like, oh, I don't want you to carry that pain. I said, dude, that pain was gone the minute I shot myself. That was 2 shots. That got rid of the pain. You know, afterwards, the therapy got me to the understanding of where I was and how I got there. So that created the knowledge. And what I've been doing since has been doing everything that the VA and 23rd Veteran taught me to do. That's why I'm going on this journey for me. I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm doing this for me. You know, I'm going to go in this mountain on July 25th, and I'm going to, you know, practice what I preach. You know, go through the struggle, learn to take in nature, talk. It's one reason why I'm doing these videos, to help people understand what they need to do when you get in that hole, that you have to do the little steps, the baby steps to get there. I'm in a good place right now, mentally, physically. The only people who aren't are the people who have fear of me because of what I did. And the only reason why I did is because the people put that fear in me. Fear is a powerful tool. If you use it, you know, in a mean way, people go to suicide. People go shooterville. People do stupid things. Go drink and drive. People do drugs. Okay? That's what fear does, because you don't want to deal with the issues at hand, you know? And that's exactly what I did. I was fearful to get a job because I didn't think, and I still don't think I can get a teaching job now, especially now, but I didn't think so back then either. You know, if you want to put faith into somebody, you have to be valid in that faith. And when they didn't write the letter to the parents, they totally disbanded all that loyalty and all the agreements we made at that time. You know, they said they'll write the letter. I said I wouldn't talk to parents. I said, you know, I wouldn't talk on social media. Well, guess what? They cut that axe. Well, guess what? I'm done. You know, the agreement's broken. So, you want to talk about leadership? Leadership has a lot to do with helping people, getting people through problems, guiding them, understanding where they're at and what you need to do. It's not belittling them. It's not making them feel like crap. I mean, you talk about the police. You know, I've been arrested a few times. My first DUI, you know, I had 6 cops sitting there laughing at me while I'm doing the sobriety test. Is that part of their job? No, it's not. Is it part of their job to demean a person who's drunk and trying to do a test, trying to prove that he's not that drunk? No, their job is only to evaluate, to write down what happens, secure the individual if he needs to be, and put him in the car and then send him to jail. That's it. That's it. That's your job. It's not to make fun. It's not to bullshit. If you want to make fun of them, go to your little bar later and joke about that, but not in front of the person. One time I was in jail and I doctored my tag because I didn't pay my tabs. And I didn't have the money at the time because I was just getting done, you know, living on the streets in Miami for 3 months. I finally found a place and I didn't have the money for it. And I doctored it. And I got arrested for it. I got pulled over. And while I was in the jail, I had cops coming by the jail, making fun. Oh, you thought you were smart, huh, doctoring that tag? Oh, you some artist you are. I was like, what a dick. What a fucking dick. Is that your job, to make fun of people? You know, screw you. I mean, that's the honest truth, you know. Your job is to sit there and have people abide by the law, but you don't have to make fun of them. You talk to them and say, hey, bud, next time, you know, if that cop should just come down, you know, just so you know how stupid that mistake was. Number one, doctoring a tag is a felony offense, which I had no idea. When the judge told me that, I was shocked. I was like, dude, if I would have known that, I would have never done it. But, you know, sometimes, you know, same thing with kids. They don't know what they're doing until you explain it in detail. And then they understand, okay, now I know. There's a lot of adults there that don't know what they're talking about and don't have the clue that what's lawful, what's not. Maybe you need to explain to them in detail of what you should do. Although some things should be common sense, you would think. But, you know, common sense is what? Maybe 30%, probably less. 30% of people have it, maybe less. But anyway, so depression, yeah, a lot of people can put people into depression just by what you say, no doubt. That's what you call bullying. You know, that's a bullying thing. And if you don't believe the most powerful leadership does that, you're wrong. Our president does that. You all hate him, but I hate to tell you, Elizabeth Linares, you're just like him. You did the same exact thing. You fired me, and you called me something I'm not, which is a killer. You may not have said it, but you definitely applied it. And so did H.R. Ryan. And that's not me. So, leadership. That's a big word. It comes with much power and much responsibility. And you got to be able to know how to use that responsibility for good and not for harm. And you hurt me. And that's the truth. That's it. Simplify. So today's day 20 of the 22-day challenge to raise awareness for veteran suicide. Man, I got another guy cutting grass at the same time I'm doing this. That's my luck. I have such good luck. But all right, so let me get to 22. All right, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right.